These people wilded over the weekend. Listen, man. Listen. The man on your left, I got nothing but respect for one, Steve Smith, man. Nothing but respect for this man. I just like the way he played and his toughness, man. And he's one of the better and funnier shit talkers because you know it's not an act. You know he really trying to fight or whatever, man. So
Facts.
I always found that funny about him. One of my favorite clips is of him when he was talking about what was he saying? He was doing an interview, the sideline report, and they were in the
Okay.
background, kind of playing around or whatever. And the ball or somebody almost hit him, and he was like,
Oh yeah.
he lost all concentration. He said, "Look, man, if that ball had hit me, it wouldn't have been no game tonight. It just it just would be the end of it." So it's one of the funnier things. But what I got to talk about is very, very serious, very serious. So the two people in this picture are married that are not black. The other two people
Facts.
are married. I'm not gonna get to. I forgot what their first names are, but I know their last names are Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez took to Twitter and Facebook and really any social media that he could get his hands on to let the world know that his wife, Mrs. Rodriguez, has been cheating with Steve Smith Sr. And it was quite the spectacle. Um, Here's the thing, man, and I just want to give this advice to anybody. If you got something like this going on, if your lady is out here cheating on you or your man, and then no, and this is for heterosexual and gay, lesbian couples and all of that kind of stuff, man. If
Right.
your person is cheating, do not crash out on the internet for the world to see. Please. I'm just asking y'all to do that. That's y'all's business. You don't want to be plastered all over podcasts, especially when it comes to these dating and red pill podcasts. And if it's a celebrity, the celebrity podcast is gonna take you down, man.
Right.
And now, I mean, this is why we're here. We don't even talk about celebrities. We talk about entertainment. And I found a way to get this shit in here. So be warned. Like, don't do that shit. But he did it, and we gotta talk about it. Bro, it's not the fact that she was cheating. It's not it. That's not even like, shit happens. It's the
Right.
text messages, man.
Legendary.
The text messages are egregious. When I tell you Steve Smith was acting like this was his baby right here, she getting the pictures of him in his day to day. The
Hey.
what you doing, how you doing, text early in the morning and all that kind of stuff. Like they had a real thing going on.
Oh yeah, they damn sure did.
But the problems come in with her text messages more so than his, right?
Facts.
I'm gonna tell you, it's two, man, that it pained me. And I know that man was on the verge of emptying the clip, right?
Right.
I know that man was on. When I read that text message where she said that she thought that he tore her IUD out, that was problematic for me.
Yeah.
That was an issue. That was an issue, man. I said, now hold on, man. Like, did, she essentially saying this brother's digging her out, man. And as a man, if you hear something like that about your old lady, bro, you on the floor, doubled over. You got to take a shit. You about to throw up, man.
Yeah.
But then
Your
you
stomach
get
hurt.
to this. That one is egregious. And I'm gonna turn it over to you with this one. It's the other message, man, that really pained me when she said, and I hope I'll get flagged by YouTube for this, but we gonna find out. When she said that she was gonna try to gag on it, but she had to go home to her family. She worked for the Baltimore Ravens, and Steve Smith, I believe that was his last year was with the Ravens, so clearly that's where they
Yeah.
met. Y'all, man, she was doing, and there was a car link They wasn't in no room and nothing like that. That was a car link, man.
Facts.
Oh, it's hurting me just talking about it. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Ain't got nothing to do with this shit, bro. What do you think about the just egregious nature of one Steve Smith singing?
Hey man, it was tough, bro. Because like you said, shout out to Agent 89, man. He was definitely one of my favorite players to watch. Growing up playing the receiver position, you know, I think Steve is a little shorter than I am, but he held it down for everybody under 6'1" receiver type, man. He was the blueprint for all that. You know, you got to be 6'2" or 6'3" to dominate in this league, and he did it at 5'9", 5'10", bro. Shout out to Steve. But the way I shook my head after reading these messages, bro, was like, and you're not surprised, right? We not surprised.
We not surprised.
Yeah, man. It's the world of athletes, bro. Like, ain't too many of them out there who get to that level, who actually doing the right thing. A lot of them just good with covering their business up, man. Right? You know, a little hush money here and there, but I was hurt. I was hurting for him, bro.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine the pain. I really couldn't imagine the pain that man was going through. And it was so difficult for me to even just put myself in his position. Like, bro, that's your wife, the mother of your son, man. And then he flashed out and he called Steve Smith about it, which that's a fight he definitely didn't want. He definitely didn't want that fight. But here's the thing, man. As a man, when you have a wife or even just a girlfriend that you really care about or something like that, man, it's a war that you're willing to go over when you go to there. And he flashed out and he called Steve Smith. He going off and berating Steve. And Steve was like, I'm sorry. That's the only thing he gave him was, I'm sorry. And he got on off the damn phone. And she's come out. She's since come out. She, you know, caught to it too and was like, you know, I guess I'm about to be single. She about to be back out there with him. But it's just, and Steve has been pretty silent. His family has been silent, which is to be expected. But it's the embarrassment of it all for everybody involved that got me. And it's just a sad situation. And it's so sad because it kind of reminds me of another situation. And, you know, I said I had a surprise for you. Let's check it out.
Out in Spain.
On The View.
That's going viral, which features a contestant who is shown this live stream video of his girlfriend. Take a look.
Provecho, Sandra. ¡Cabrona!
Por favor, Montoya, por favor. Por favor, Montoya.
¡Cabrón!
Montoya, Montoya.
¡No te amo!
Montoya, vuelve.
Te estaba deseando, tío. ¿Dónde está?
Montoya, por favor.
¡No te amo!
¡Ah! Montoya, Montoya.
¡Me has destrozado! ¡Te has arrepentido tu vida!
Bro.
So the clip
oh my gosh.
has been viewed by more than 154 million people.
154 million.
The most riveting 2 minutes
Numbers.
of television ever.
Oh.
So,
Tus gustos cambian todo el tiempo.
First of all, let me say this. My first issue is the lady who laughed immediately as the clip was over. Fact. That's my first. Really? Your first instinct that what's her name? It's not Tony. Is it Tony Holman? Maybe or something like that. I can't remember her name. But she was the one that you know, her mouth was just wide open, like she couldn't believe what she saw. And you can see that she was empathetic. That's tough. When I tell you Mr. Rodriguez was doing what my boy Montoya was doing, and he was ready to run across the beach to get over there to see what was up, I know that's how that man felt, man. I know that's how it felt like. And that clip, it's a much longer clip than that. It's cut
Oh
up
yeah.
and desensitized for YouTube because it does get raunchy. It's pretty much uncut over there. And that's from Temptation Island. I can't remember what country it is, but that's from over there. But like she getting it with dog while Montoya is running across this beach. And he not supposed to be going over there. In the week since, she's still doing my boy Montoya dirty. And he can't really get his get back on it like that. Here's the craziest part, and we discussed this when I first shared that clip with you. Right. You do not know what he is saying, but you can understand everything that he's going through in that clip.
1000%.
1000%. That shit's, bruh. Mrs. Rodriguez, you broke my boy down, man. Mrs. Rodriguez, look, I don't know the inner workings of y'all relationship, but I know this man flashed out and crashed out, and now is essentially humiliated all three of the people involved on this picture. And yeah, man, I hope y'all fix it. I don't think you can at this point. Because between the IUD and I got to go home to my kids and I can't properly service, that's tough. Those are images that's going to stay with that man. Oh, so, yes, I feel like they shit's over. It's just over. Sad.
Yeah, man. He said something along the lines of, people was trying to check him like, hey, man, just take this down, bro. Like, you don't need this embarrassment, man. And he was basically like, I don't care, bro. Like, the world gonna forgive me, man.
That's what he said. But he said, I chose my path. I was prepared to walk this path all the way. Y'all, there's nothing you can tell me that's gonna make me just disappear, take this down. What's funny is he kept tagging Antonio Brown on Twitter in all his posts.
The wrong person.
And Antonio Brown came up there. He's like, well, what the fuck I got to do with it? Antonio Brown was confused, man. Like, hey. And he's something, Antonio Brown is a person that his foolishness, he gonna find it. Don't bring him into your foolishness for him to perpetuate it and put it out there.
That's an invite for
him. Man, all right, you watch out. You watch out. Man, he'll get a hold of it too. Yeah. Then you really gonna be mad.
Hey, beat next.
Anyways, man, let us know what your thoughts are about this situation. Honestly, I can talk about Montoya too, but let us know in the comments what you think, man.
U-GeekTV.